it's time for us to have a chat with Amarachi Ashmusy, or Ashmusy, an actress, model, entrepreneur, and brand influencer.
Welcome
Great to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
I need to ask you
how
many hours it took, or how many days it took to shoot that particular skit.
That particular skit took us like, okay, actually hours, like 4 or 5 hours to shoot.
My world.
Or I think 6 hours. Let's say 6 hours to shoot.
What was the difficult part in it?
The difficult part, it wasn't difficult, you know, but like everyone has to get their parts perfectly. Okay. So, and that would take time, from the running to the chest breathing.
How many cameras do you use first? Because I can imagine the angles, trying to get everyone's, you know, emotions and reactions to it.
Funny enough, it was just one camera, just one phone camera.
You're joking.
No, for real, just one phone camera took everyone.
Okay.
You're joking.
Yes.
So you use the phone camera for all the shots?
Yes, for all the shots, the phone camera, my parts, and the other guy's parts. We took our parts one by one, then took the full shot where everyone was in it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about you being an Instagram sensation. I mean, you have gone global. I mean, it's amazing to see you. Oh. But for every skit, what's the let's talk to me about the process, the thought process that goes into it, the inspiration for every episode.
For every skit. Okay, now this is it, right? Getting the story is usually the main point. That's like the first thing. Because when you have the story, then you can always shoot and edit and it goes well.
Yeah.
So getting the story is usually not so easy. Sometimes it takes nights of thinking, maybe watching some movies to figure out.
To get inspiration.
Yes, to get inspiration, figure out some ideas and all that. But I've sort of gotten used to it already. So when I just stay, I just think, okay, how about this love story where one guy died when he was in love with a girl and then his parents were not happy with him. Then before you know, somehow I get the story. Then I reach out to my team, my videographers, we plan the shoots. And we shoot. Sometimes it takes like days, 1 or 2 days, or it takes hours, or depending on how long the story is. And then he edits and I post. So, but at first, it was not easy in the beginning, no. But now I've gotten so used to it that it's like so effortless for me.
So it's
now.
good you mentioned beginning, because I like going back to the before.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, I need you to tell us about yourself. There are many people who haven't seen you before, except in your skits.
Yes.
Especially that Indian one. That's the one that I think is the very popular one. Yes. So you want to tell us about yourself?
Okay, about myself, I am Amarachi Ashmusy, like you know, right? Ashmusy, from Enugu State, from Obago, Konano, Enugu. I was born in Lagos, so I've lived here all my life, but I schooled in Federal Government College, Enugu, and then Madonna University, where I studied in medical science, human anatomy.
Wow.
Yes, human anatomy. I was in medicine at first, though, then I switched to human anatomy. Then the firstborn, I have 3 younger sisters, so we're just 4 girls only. Okay, what else? I'm a Christian.
Okay, so
what else?
You want to say something?
Yeah, let's talk about your switch from medicine to human anatomy, and then you being an Instagram sensation.
Okay.
Because I remember there's an article on you that where you mentioned where you talked about the pressure on you to be successful. People actually thought you were going to be a prostitute, but you turned. That was what it pushed you into being an Instagram sensation, into social media. So tell us about that transition.
Okay. So about the transition, first of all, from the school days, of course, everyone's parents, or most people's parents, want them to study medicine now, So I was in medicine, not because of that, but because I always liked to be the best or do the highest thing in whatever I'm doing. So medicine was like the highest then in school back then. So I had to read medicine, and I was this brainy type anyways. You know, so don't mind me, I had to read medicine and all that. So after school, I started with medicine, but it was on my second year, I switched to human anatomy. Not because I couldn't do it. I could do it, like I was scoring well, but then it was like 10 years in my school. The medicine length of study was like, so I had to switch to anatomy. So after school, I graduated like 2016. I served 2017 in Asaba. After my NYSU, now.
This girl would like having a ball.
Now what's next? So, but then me, I already liked acting right from the beginning, even before school days. I was already trying to squeeze into Nollywood. I was going to all the auditions you can think of in Lekki, Ikeja. I was using bike to go from Songo Tedo to Lekki. I used to go like for like 5 auditions in one day. Do you get?
Wow.
I was always there for every casting and all that. I really wanted to act. I knew I could act. I had it. You know when you have a talent or passion and you just want to do it?
Yeah.
Yes. But then when I started getting jobs, when I started getting calls, hello, are you Ashmusy? Come on, that was when I now got admission to Madonna finally.
Oh.
Yeah, Madonna is like, you know now, low-key prison. So, okay, I don't mean any harm. But then...
yeah, no freedom, you know.
Yes, no freedom.
Yeah, no freedom.
So, I couldn't meet up with the whole acting thing until I graduated like 2016. So when I graduated, right, I wanted to go back to Nollywood, of course. I wanted to act. That's what I wanted to do from the beginning. So I wanted to go back to Nollywood. But then there was just a lot of obstacles for me. So, and then Skits was already on then. I'm like, let's kill this social media, Instagram. I just started like that. You get? Do I have to name the things?
Okay, so that was how you started the social media, the whole sensation and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, yes, you said it's because you had passion for, you know, the acting and everything. That was what pushed you into Instagram and all. But at what point exactly did you begin? Was it last year or 2 years ago?
Okay, I'll explain that. It's fine, I'll explain that. I'll explain that. So now, the thing is that I finished 2017. So I wanted to do skits. I wanted to start shooting.
Go ahead.
I wanted to start shooting, right? But then I didn't know how to translate from a slay queen because I was like a normal local slay queen that year.
You said local
I didn't have to go from a slay queen to a skit maker. And you know, for comedy, you have to be somehow ugly or you have to be free or something. So it wasn't easy for me at all. I didn't know how to go about it. Then I found somebody. Ada Jesus. I don't even know if you've heard of her before.
Okay.
No, it's Mirage. So we were like, we were so alike. We were like twinnies. Like we met somewhere that we went to go and shoot a skit. That's where we met. So when I heard her talk in the room that day, when I heard her talk, she sounded like me. I was like, who's talking like me like this? And I saw her. We were like somehow the same skin color. We looked alike somehow. And I was like, okay, you want to act? She said yes. She was like, you want to act? So we said yes. So we were like, okay, then fine, let's start together. Because it's going to be easier starting with somebody than starting alone. That's how we saw it that time. Okay. So we started together. And
that's how, you know,
that's how we got
All right, so quickly let us see some of your videos.
Like a never-ending story. Like, what was going to happen next? Thank you so much for joining us in the kitchen.
Thank you, too.
And a big shout out to our chef here.
Okay.
She's been
nice to meet you.
Same here. So, we're not going to talk about this too much. We're just going to have you taste it and tell us what exactly you think.
I can start, right?
Yes. Go
okay,
ahead.
Good.
Go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you.
Have a taste. All right. So what do you think?
It's actually very nice.
All right.
Very delicious.
All right.
Can I eat all?
Yes, you can. Please
Okay.
go ahead. So this is smoked chicken, I believe. Yes. Thank you so much to everyone who was a part of the show today. A big shout out to the ladies on the couch.
Hi. You know, I was just looking at that plate and I was saying to myself, if I'm ever a guest on a cooking show, I'm going for the meats first. That's the meat first. That's my target. That plate looks very delicious.
It does. It does.
And extremely colorful and extremely healthy. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been an amazing Wonder Woman Wednesday. We'll be back again tomorrow morning from 7 a.m. right here on TVC. Your View is next. Stay with us.
Aloha.